Well, welcome back. Once again, this is John Mark Prince.
And I'm Nzinga McCarthy, and today we have with us no stranger to our faces at all. We met him at the Diaspora Education Summit at Cedar Grove High School, and his name is Mr. Leo Gilling. He is the West
to Midwest advisory board member for the diaspora.
Absolutely.
And what I also found very funny about what he told us, I mean, there's many diaspora members here who have been here before, even Mr. Erwin Clare, you know.
Yes,
he's been here for 20 years. And would you believe, listeners, it's so funny that Mr. Leo Gilling here, this is your very first time at the Penn Relays as an advisory member of the diaspora.
Well, it's my first time, period. At the Penn Relays. Penn Relays has over the years been, it coincides with an event that we do in California, and it's a brunch, and it happens tomorrow, the same weekend as Penn, and so I generally have to fight myself to decide whether I'm going to come to Penn or to do our brunch. But this year I bought my ticket for Penn from January, and only to find out that I had to go to St. Lucia for a workshop over the past few days. So I've been in St. Lucia since Monday, and then instead of flying back to California, I flew into New York to come to Penn because I really want to be a part of all of this celebration. I've never been in presence of so many Jamaicans at once.
Wow.
In this celebration, this type of jubilance. I've been to Boys Champs. During the days when we were at Boys Champs, it was Boys Champs and Girls Champs. So it was split. But my understanding now, and I am going to work hard to go to Boys Champs next year to find out how that feels also and compare these two things. This is very, very good. This is very good.
Amazing.
Yes.
Well, that's really, really, really good to hear. But I must ask, recently we met at the Diaspora Education Summit for Jamaica, and I would love to have a little recap, a little update on what has been going on in that particular field.
Well, I'll give you a recap. What that summit was about was to do something that we as diaspora members take for granted. The whole summit was about dissecting the education system. It's about knifing through and finding what the gaps are, the challenges, even the things that we're good at doing. And so we went there, 45 of us from the United States, right across the United States, Canada, and Europe, went there to find out. So we didn't go there with any resolutions. We didn't go there with anything other than our pens and our paper, just to find out. And so when we got there, what we found were things that we took for granted. We didn't know that latrines were still in Jamaica. There's 142 latrines, and we need to do something about changing that. We didn't know that there is a teacher commission that just formed to change the way how teaching is executed, that they're going to be using more skilled teachers, and that they have needs for continuing education units, and they have need for tablets and laptops instead of hard desktop computers. We didn't know a lot of these things, and so we went there to find out these things. So we found out, for example, that Jamaica is rolling out 38,000 tablets in schools, and we want to support that. We want to support advancement in education. This is what it's all about, okay? And so we went there just to listen, and we found some things. We got back a 90-page report, rapporteur's report that details everything that everyone says in our summit for those 3 days. It was 3 days of summit and 1 day of tour. So the Tuesday the 18th, we had the summit in Montego Bay, and that predominantly reflected teachers and principals from the rural areas. And then on Wednesday we had a tour of some facilities, schools that are doing good, schools that are doing bad. And then we had Thursday we took the teachers and principals and everybody in the corporate area. And then Friday we had a wrap-up session. The wrap-up session gave us a chance to talk about everything that we did on Tuesday, everything we did on Wednesday, everything we did on Thursday, and then put it all together in a report format so that it can make sense for us moving forward.
Okay. Mr. Gilling, I must say, on a different note, Mr. Gilling, sorry, on a different note, past Penn Relays and, diaspora, can you just tell us, for those who are curious, really what your job entails, being the advisor member for the West Midwest region of the United States?
My job typically is to galvanize all individuals, galvanize all organizations who are doing work for Jamaica, put them make them stronger, make them work together and work in one accord to the betterment of Jamaica. I'm also responsible for looking for initiatives, whether they're business initiatives, philanthropic initiatives, or any type of trade and investment initiatives that we can find to better Jamaica, employment, anything. And so that's pretty much what my job is. I have 21 states on the West Midwest that I work with. There are two other persons in the United States. There's Erwin Clare on the Northeast, and then there was Susan Davis on the Southeast.
Okay.
There are two others in Canada, and two others like me in Europe. So we work together to make things happen, and we galvanize everybody and every organization to do that.
All right, thank you so much.
Mr. Gillen, yes, once again, thank you very, very much for spending your time with us. Thank you.
If you if you don't mind, I would like to mention before that we are moving forward. Also, we're moving forward. It's not just about the summit. The summit was just a starting point. After, we're doing a major global fundraiser. We have a big meeting coming up at the end of this month. With Food for the Poor and JTA and all of the other organizations. And we're putting a fundraiser that's hoping to earn about $20 million by the end of the year. So I just wanted to drop that in. I want the support from everyone to get us going with this. All right?
I must say you have made some excellent points, good stuff. I hope that persons really took this initiative to take a listen to the big things coming up in this world, to our leaders. I want to thank you for joining us once again, and I would just love to give you a small token of appreciation for taking the time out to come to us and have a small word with us, Mr. Gilling here.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you very much.
All right, great.
All right. Okay, once again, I'm John Mark Prince. I have with me Nzinga McCarthy. We're going to take a quick break right now, but next coming up will be Sabrina Hosang with Jaden and Joshua.